Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Dovetail Live. My name is Leo Vasquez. I want to thank you all for joining us. Today is Tuesday, June 13th, 2023, and we've got a great show for you all as we recap our Team Dovetail journey to Ireland and everything that happened that week. But before we bring in our guests, let's give everybody a moment to share the live stream, pull up the chat. I'm going to have Micah Miller, part of our social media team, so he'll be helping out. We'll go ahead and put the chat up there. Frank says no sound. Let me know how everything looks and sounds, everybody. If you can hear me, let me know. And I am going to share it as well. Also, I want to mention a couple of things. Thank you, JT. JT says he can hear me just fine. Frank, maybe, I don't know, try the volume, or maybe there is an actual separate volume on the player itself. A few things to mention. I want to say good luck to all of our players competing this weekend in the LPRT Battle at the Beach in Chesapeake, Virginia. This is the last LPRT Pro event of the season. So go to the LPRT Facebook and check it out. They'll have streaming schedule. You'll be able to watch matches, results, but especially to Team Dovetail, Erica Mania, and I just found out DJ Mendoza is going to be there. So DJ will be playing open singles, open doubles, and mixed pro doubles. So good luck, you two. Also, good luck to Andres Acuña and Andre Perea. They'll be playing also this weekend in the IRT Costa Rica Open in San Jose. So good luck. There's a lot of racquetball going on this weekend. And lastly, good luck to all the kids and the juniors playing weekend after next at the racquetball, USA Racquetball Junior Festival and Championships. Team Dovetail is the presenting sponsor of that tournament. So we're excited to be part of the future of racquetball, and it all starts with the juniors. So have fun, you guys. Enjoy the tournament. Junior Nationals is always a blast, and it's always a great time for everybody. So hi, Steve. I already said hi to Kevin. Frank, did you get the sound yet? Let me know. We'll try to get Micah, who's on our social media team. He'll try to help you out. All right, housekeeping is done. Let me see. We can go ahead and start bringing our guests in. So our first guest is the champion of the 40th Irish Open and the 37th Arklow Open. She brought home the crown when she defeated the All-Ireland champion, Aisling Hickey, in 4 games. She is a member of Team Dovetail. Maria Renee is kind enough to join us right now to talk about it all. Hello, Maria Renee. Thank you very much for the time. I appreciate you joining us. I know it's a busy time for you, so thank you so much for taking the time out. Irish Open champ. How cool is that?
Oh, very cool. It was a great tournament. I had such a great time at the tournament, and I'm just happy to be here sharing about our trip, about our experience, and just getting a chance to look back on it and remember.
So we'll get to that in a second, but I do want to ask you, because some of us don't know, and some things I don't even know. Work. What is it? I'm thinking, you're not playing in the LPRT event this weekend. And then every time we speak, it's like, we try to coordinate things, and you're having to schedule some things around training and work. So can you fill us in a little bit about what is work for you?
Yes. So I started working full time this year. This is actually my office right here. So I'm working at Mental Health America and Volunteers in Medicine in Hilton Head and Volunteers in Medicine in Bluffton, Jasper. So it's basically I got this job through these 3 organizations applied to this grant to help mental health counseling, get mental health counseling access to the Hispanic population in this area, which the Hispanic population has grown a lot in the last few years. And there's very few Spanish-speaking counselors in the area, and there's a lot of people that just don't speak English. So I was hired through this grant, and I'm working at 3 different places. So there's a lot to juggle, plus training. So Usually I get off work at 4 and then I go to the gym for another 2 or 3 hours, and then I drive home, which is an hour drive or 2.5 hours, depending on where I'm going. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy, hectic schedule in the last year, but I'm almost done with my master's degree, and this is just a year that I'm gonna have to hustle a lot, and and I'm enjoying it. I love what I'm doing, so I'm really happy to be able to do both things that I love.
So let's go back to Ireland.
Okay.
Tell us about your experience. Obviously we traveled and got there, but like when you first got there, let's start with there. We arrived, we went to the club that we were going to not only play the tournament at, but we did the coaches clinic in the clinic. So kind of start from there and then just take us through the Irish Open tournament.
Okay, so I was not at the coaching clinic because my flight got canceled, so I ended up getting there a day late. And so I got stuck in DC. Thankfully, TJ Bamba, commissioner of the LPRT, lives really close to the airport. Mm-hmm. So I called her the next day that I was stuck there for another 6 or 7 hours, and she picked me up from my hotel, and I spent the afternoon with her and her dog. So that was great. And then so I got to Ireland like at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. Katie picked me up. We went straight to the gym, played 4 matches that day. And I loved it. I mean, I remember thinking during the tournament, like, man, if I would have just come to Ireland for this tournament, I would already been happy to be at the tournament. It was such a good experience, and it was so cool how, like, the environment of the tournament, the little coffee shop they had there was amazing too. I had some awesome flat whites. I'm sure you did too.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was just a huge, very nice experience.
How worried were you about the flight delays and the cancellations?
I was worried because because they canceled the first one, the next one was not until the next day, and it was getting kind of close to where like I might not even be able to make the tournament. And then before we got on the flight from DC to New York, they said like, oh, our first foremost goal is to get you to New York, and then we'll talk about your flight to Ireland. And I was like, what does that mean? Everyone on the plane was like looking at each other like, are we even gonna make it? So yeah, it was worrying. Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the match. You obviously played singles and doubles, but tell us about your match in the finals against Aisling.
Yeah, I played Aisling. We had played before several years ago at Worlds, I think. I knew she was a good player, so I knew I had to be ready. She won the first game. Rally scoring goes by so quick, and she came in hitting some really good serves, and I was skipping a lot. And then, so she won the first game, and then I finally took my time, started waiting for the ball a little bit more, and then won the next 3 games, I think. Yeah.
And then the doubles. Tell us how the doubles went.
So doubles, I played with Susan from Ireland, who I'd never met before until the tournament, and she was super fun. I had a great time playing with her. We made the finals. We lost to Irelands Majella in the final, but we had a great time. We had a really tough semifinal match too, so I was really glad about that win.
Nice. Tell us about working. We're going to talk to Majella. We're going to bring them in a little bit later, but I also wanted to get your perspective because you also worked with the kids at the other 3 clinics that we did on the tour. Tell us a little bit about that and what you noticed about when you were working with the kids.
Yes, and before I got the teams mixed up. It was actually Majella and Katie and Tony and
Aisling.
Ashley that we're playing together. Yeah. So I got it right now. Okay. So the juniors, it was great. We had so many juniors at every club we went to, and it was really great to see. Mm-hmm. And so at every place we went to, we did like 1 hour of juniors, 1 hour of adults, and then we did an exhibition for an hour or so. And yeah, it was just great to see kids from all ages, very little to 18, 19, 20. And one of the things I learned from this trip was that some of these places, they're only having the juniors there 1 time a week, but they're able to build this program and introduce so many kids to racquetball. And I thought that was great. And a lot of it is volunteer work. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I really appreciated. Majella is one of the ones that is volunteering to do that with her father. And I think that's something that we need to do more here in the United States.
Yeah. And How could you summarize your trip on the racquetball part of it, as far as the playing, the interaction, what you saw as far as like training? What would you say about the trip?
Um,
Were people come up and asking you questions about training and eating and any of those types of things?
a little bit about training. People were curious to know if I was a full-time athlete, which I have been for the most part for the last several years. I mean, I was usually always studying a little bit. I did take like a year off from school, but then I started my master's degree again. Of course, now it's a lot harder working full time and training at the same time. But those were some of the things people wanted to know. And then I think it was just a great experience to just share with the community. You know, after like having dinner with the communities that we played racquetball with, or that we did the clinics with. After the clinics was also a lot of fun, and just getting to know them better and getting to know how the sport has grown there, and how so for them handball has been a very good thing, is that because their handball is so popular there's so many racquetball courts, and they've used that to their advantage really well. And so yeah, I think the racquetball part, it was just a lot of fun. Again, the tournament, the atmosphere was awesome.
Yeah.
The homemade breads and
The banana nut bread.
the amount of fans watching, yeah, it was really cool.
So and now outside of that, the country, we got to squeeze in some sightseeing. It was a lot of fun. Tell us a little bit about your experience in doing that too.
Yeah, so we did do some sightseeing here and there. We saw a few castles, so that was fun. We were driving about an hour and a half to 3 hours a day, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was nice to be able to not just do the racquetball tour and the tournament, but also to get to experience some of Ireland and the beauty. It's so green. I mean, people say that, you hear that a lot, but once you're there, you're like, oh my gosh, there's really not one patch of like brown grass anywhere.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. The Cliffs of Moher were amazing.
Yeah.
And the waterfall we went to was really cool too. So I just, and the culture too. I think it's a beautiful country, and I'm really grateful that I got to go.
Yeah. I don't remember you driving. Did you drive?
I didn't. I should have.
What? You didn't do any? Like just even move the car around to the front?
No, I didn't. I need it. That's maybe one of my regrets. Maybe I need to go back to just do that, Leo.
Just to drive the standard.
Yeah.
And the.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, and like I said, thank you so much. I know you're super busy, and thanks for catching up with us. But before we let you go, any lasting words that you'd like to leave us with, or say hello, or thank you, or?
Well, yeah, I would just like to say thank you to Ireland Racquetball. They did a great job with not just bringing us there, but once we were there, the hospitality was amazing. So thank you very much for that. Also, thank you to Mike Kinking and Team Dovetail for making this happen. And yeah, I think that this is just this just shows that if you there's something that you want to make happen, like you can do it. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna miss keeping up with you this weekend at the LPRT. Is that why you're not playing in the event?
So because next week I'm going to the Central American and Caribbean Games, and that's a really long tournament. It's like 10 days total. So I just couldn't take so many days in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, so close together. Yeah.
Well, good luck at that as well. And thank you so much again for taking the time, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Sounds good, Leo.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. There she is, everybody. Maria Renee Rodriguez, the champion of the singles over Aisling Hickey. It was a great final. We are actually on our end having a technical issue. Unfortunately, our men's champion, Andreas Acuña, was not able to join us live. So we obtained, Andrea said, look, I definitely would like to speak, but between getting ready for the Costa Rica event this weekend, his training, he had a meeting. We do have a video from him. We're actually uploading it again, and it's processing. So hopefully I can give you an update on what we were going to talk about, which was Andres Acuña defeated his teammate Dovetail, Andre Parilla, in 4 games in the semifinals to make it to the finals. And then on the other side of the draw in the men's open singles, we had Lalo Portillo, who defeated a hot James Ryan. I got to call him Jimmy Ryan. I met the kid. He's an amazing player. He was so much fun to watch. I obviously don't keep up with those players, but the players that live there knew all about James. And for me, it was kind of cool to just see some kid roll up and took Cole Sendry out in the first round. So Lalo and James went 4 games into that semi. And then Andreas and Lalo went all the way to a tiebreaker, game 5. And then Andreas took that match 13-11 in the 5th. So like I mentioned, unfortunately, Andreas couldn't join us live today. So let me see. Oh, good timing. All right, let's play this special message that we received from Andreas earlier today.
Everyone, this is Andres Acuña from Team Dovetail and Costa Rica. I just want to say thank to everyone who made the trip possible to Ireland. It was just an awesome experience to be just in the other side of the world playing and showing how racquetball is going here and the team and everything. So I am very thankful for having this opportunity. So thank you very much for everyone who made this possible, for Team Dovetail, for Ireland Association. It was an awesome experience. I think it is a amazing opportunity if you are thinking to know Ireland. It is a beautiful country. It has awesome people, the culture, the food, everything. It was very special. We also had the opportunity to drive all around the country and give some clinics with the juniors, and it is very nice. It was an unique experience, and I hope we can make it again. And also being able to win the tournament was very special for me because in Ireland there is a very good level. A lot of players. That draw was about 28 players of a very high level, and in the tournament there was a lot of people playing. So it was very special. Also, there was Lalo playing in there. It was Cole, who is one of the juniors coming up, and there was also Lalo playing there. So it was very special for me. We gave a very good show. So at the end, it was a perfect experience for me. So I hope that everyone enjoy all the pictures and all the media that we are getting, and I hope you all guys have the opportunity to give it a try and know this country that is very, very unique, and it is a very nice racquetball community, and it is very nice. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Andreas, again. And as he said, if you can make the trip to Ireland, it's well worth it. It's a beautiful country and an amazing experience. So thank you to Andreas for sending us that video, and good luck this weekend. All right, let's bring in our next group of guests. These 3 were super involved in our trip to Ireland. They were the most amazing hosts. They did a fantastic job in providing everything that our team needed. And I'm super excited to have them back. And let's bring them in. Majella Haverty, Jimmy Gannon, and Noel. Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hello. How are you? Thanks.
Thanks for taking the time. And before we get started, I'm sorry, guys, but Noel, this one's for you. I think Noel and I put the cafe out of business on the Cokes that weekend.
I'd say so.
Jimmy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Leo. Thanks.
Good.
Absolutely wonderful.
Good. Majella, I want to start with you. Thank you so much again. I know you had big help from the Racquetball Ireland Executive Committee, but I want to start with you and kind of back up to the very beginning when we got there. We started with the Irish and the Arklow Open, and then we moved into the provincial tour. But can you kind of just take us through what you saw, what you felt were the best parts, what you enjoyed?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I suppose you came on the Friday, and then you kicked off with a session there, and we had a great turnout on that Friday evening after you guys just landing. So I know you were really tired, but there was a great turnout of people that came, and there was kind of a clinic there. And then I guess we ran into the Irish Open that weekend, and it was just a great atmosphere, and it was just great to have your guys there and the professional players there, and people were excited to see them. And there was a buzz around the place, and people were standing around watching the games. And we got treated to a couple of lovely finals that included Irish players and Team Dovetail players, which was great to see. So in the men's doubles we had Irish players competing, and in the women's doubles we had an Irish team winning, and then in the men's singles, we had a 5-set thriller, so it was great, and there was a great crowd watching that, and just kind of see the level of racquetball that's there and things that can be achieved, and just the standard that there is. And then I guess we ran into I suppose the Irish Open was over on the Sunday, and we ran into a very busy week into the provincial tours, you could say. So the 3 stops, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I guess that's probably my favorite bit of it. I think after the Irish Open, that you guys got to travel around to the local clubs and kind of seen racquetball at its grassroots across Ireland, and a lot of junior players that hadn't been at the Irish Open were there, in those clubs that got treated to the adult and junior sessions after the tournament. So I think that was fantastic that they got to see your guys play and learn some stuff from them, and even our adult players too. I think that was really beneficial as well. Yeah, and you can see in the photos there, like we had rakes load of kids there that was the Munster one, and lots of kids there, and that's in Noel's home club. So it was amazing. It was just amazing, I think, all around, and it just kind of created a good atmosphere, and it boosted racquetball a bit, particularly for the juniors, I think, which is really important, I think. Again, like we had lots of people who weren't even at the sessions that came out to watch the players from the local clubs, and there's one example there. That's in Castlebar, our home club. So that's pretty cool too, I think. Lots of players there, and it was good. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I just, from my experience of and being there as well, it was awesome to see all the interaction and activity. Jimmy, I want to switch over to you and ask you. I know you're on the executive committee as well. What are your feelings about everything, and how was your experience?
I've a dual role, Leo. I'm on the executive committee and I'm on the Arklow committee as well. And let's take it from the Arklow page first of all. We were delighted to host the Irish Open this year, and the Racquetball Association of Ireland kicked in and helped us to do that as well. And once we heard that Team Dovetail were committed, we put a lot of effort into running the tournament, and just want to say thank you at the moment, and maybe they're listening to the Arklow Racquetball Club Committee. Everybody on that committee, to a person, put in a lot of effort to try and make sure that everything ran properly behind the scenes, and I think it did. I think it was a great weekend. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Great buzz around the place, like Majella said. So take that cap off and put on another one from the racquetball executive. It's something that we need to do as an association, is branch out a little bit and see what's out there and see what we can do. We've I certainly think, and from the feedback that I've been getting from the different venues over the last couple of days, I've asked for a bit of feedback. Everybody thought it was certainly a very, very worthwhile exercise. And we're wondering what Team Dovetail's plans are going forward.
That's good to hear. I know Mike's going to love hearing that.
So it's been a very positive experience for everybody, Leo. I hope Team Dovetail got a positive experience from it as well. And, it would be nice to think that we both got something from it.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Mike. Mike's, gotten so much feedback since then, and we still continue to get it for people that are late to the game. Noel, I'd love to hear from you. We went to one of your clubs as well. We had some images there at your facility. Tell us a little bit about the experience for you while we were there.
Well, as Majella said there, like it all started there on Friday evening when, well, first of all, we met Mike. I'd never met Mike before. I talked to him a few times, and we met him above an Arklow. And then we went in and met up with the rest of the players: Lalo, Andre, Acuña, and Andre Prilla, and Marie, Renee, and Scott, or Cole Sindri. And as Majella said, it went from there with the talk we had at the centre Friday evening, and then we went into the clinics for both juniors and adults. And then, as Majella said there again, the tournament kicked off on Saturday morning. Unfortunately, I came up against Mike in my first match, so I wasn't too sure whether will I play easy, will I play hard, what do I do? He's the owner of Team Dovetail. If I beat him, am I off the team? Do you know? And but look, that's just the look of the draw. It just went that way. But as Jimmy said, like the buzz around the weekend was phenomenal. Like like I've been around a long time, and Jimmy has been there as well. And I must say it's probably the only tournament I'd say in the last 7 or 8 years, maybe longer, that there's been a real buzz around. Like you go to loads of competitions, you play racquetball, you have the bit of crack, you go out on the Saturday night, but it's just the atmosphere was just totally different to anything I've seen in a long time. And I just like to thank Arklow Racquetball Club for holding such a great event, and as well as that, for Team Dovetail for bringing all you over. Great matches the weekend. Luckily enough, I got to ref the final. Whenever I seem to ref games, they always seem to go to a 5-game. So it was a thrilling game with Andres Acuña just winning 13-11, I think, in the 5th.
Yeah.
But it didn't stop there. And then once the tournament was over, the following day, you were on the Team Dovetail were on the provincial tours to Kilkenny, Fermoy, and Castlebar. Yeah. I loved the trip here, or the visit here to Fermoy. I think the juniors really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it as an adult for the coaching that Andre and Andres Acuña and Andre Perella gave us. No doubt the juniors loved it as well with Maria and Cole. So it was a great week. It was a great weekend of racquetball, and as Jimmy said, I hope we can do something like that again down the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great to see. I think you guys did an amazing job of, I've hosted events too, and you can promote and you can advertise and you can tell people, but sometimes you just never really know how many are going to show up. It's like planning a party, and you hope all your friends come and everyone shows up, and you go and you buy all the goodies that you guys bought, the coffees and the treats. And then, but I thought you guys did an amazing job. I thought it was well attended. I think everybody was very personable, interactive, inquisitive. So from my perspective, I enjoyed it. I was there as part of the social media team. So we have so much content to release. We're just kind of slowly filtering it out. But yeah, thank you, Noel. Thank you. You guys did an amazing job at your facility. We did have some more videos that we were going to try to upload and show, and we don't have them here to show, but we will make sure and upload those so everybody can see them. We wanted to show those tonight. Majella, we have some pictures that we were showing. I wanted to ask you to tell us, where was it? Yeah, tell us about these two players.
Yeah, and actually, to be fair, Jimmy probably knows more, but you got James Smith there and Reese Young, and I think they had a fantastic weekend between them. Reese won the CD doubles with his brother Elliot, and he also came out top in the CD singles. So he won 2 events at the weekend of the Irish Open, and he beat his clubmate James Smith, and they went for a great battle in that. So they're 2 good players, and they're rising up to the ranks, I think. And and I believe they play with you, Jamie. Probably you could correct me if I'm wrong. But they had a great weekend. Like Reese had a great weekend, and he kind of was coming off the back of some good tournaments. So it was lovely for him to finish in a high at the Irish Open. And I think it was especially lovely then to win the doubles with his brother. I think it was a nice touch as well.
Yeah. Jimmy?
It's an example, Leo, of, believe it or not, one of these guys that loves the game of racquetball. Absolutely loves the game. And he's put in a lot of effort in the last year. And it showed. He's won the doubles, as Majella said, and he's won the singles. Last year, we were just talking about it tonight, actually, at a local committee meeting, just to wrap up the event. And James is on our committee in the picture. And last year, Reese wouldn't have been anywhere near James. But just showed you what 6 months, 9 months training does. And he beat him in the CD single. So that's a great victory for Reese, and a little kick in the arse for James. He's going to have to start training, you know.
I met James, super nice guy. I met him that weekend. Okay, so Jimmy, tell us a little bit about this picture. We had a special ceremony there at the club. Tell us about this. What's going on here?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's the founder member of our club, Leo, Micheál Barnes. He passed away during the year, and you know, he's a guy that actually founded the club, and his wife and family wanted to donate a prize for the player of the tournament, the sports person of the tournament, and Jimmy Ryan, as you call him, James Ryan. Jimmy Ryan was elected by our local committee to be the sports person of the tournament. As you can see, always had a smile on his face. Refed, done anything we asked him, and just a nice all-around guy, and it was great to see him back. And is Micheál's wife in the picture presenting it, and it's always nice to you know, pay compliment to the people that put a lot of effort into racquetball, and Micheál Barnes put a lot of effort into racquetball over a long time, and we still remember that, and it's a nice tribute, and the family were delighted, you know.
Yeah. It was a very special time, and that's very nice of you all to do that. Majella, can you tell us a little bit about the story when you get? I'll let you tell it, but you guys kind of freshened up and renovated this place that you guys play at, right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, during COVID, we kind of did a refurb, and to be fair, the refurb was done on the hands and knees of Michael Haverty and other club member Kevin Jennings. So they did most of the work. They painted. You can see they painted all the grey, the radiator, the door frame, refurbed in terms of carpet, new chairs, new seats, new floors. Installed those yellow seats themselves. They really, really freshened up the place, and I'd say it hadn't been done in a long, long time, maybe since the early 90s. So really, the club put in a lot of effort, to refurb that place. So it looks a bit fresher now, at least. Yeah.
Jimmy, what are the great minds talking about right here?
Can't tell you that, Leo. I'm sorry.
Top secret.
Yeah, how much of a delight was it to meet and visit with Maria Renee? I don't know if you've met her before, but
I haven't. But it's Maria, wonderful professional in all fairness, and she found it very, very easy to communicate with everybody and very, very easy to talk. And she went out of her way to make friends, and she was a very, very nice girl, a lovely girl. And her racquetball wasn't half bad either, I have to say.
Noel, how this was here over at the Arklow Club, but we went around and we tried to talk to as many juniors as we could, but seeing pictures like this, especially seeing your boys involved, how special is the junior racquetball program for you there?
Oh yeah, it's really special for me, as you said, especially having two of my boys playing there at the moment. They're playing Connor's probably playing maybe five years, and Dara's probably playing maybe 3 or 4. So it's something is being worked on here, as you said, with the juniors, and hopefully one or two of them will rise up to the occasion after a few years, probably just of good hard training. But as you said there, it was great with Cole and Andre and Marie. Especially with Cole and Marie, they were very, very good with the juniors. I think when it comes to training juniors, you have to have a certain level of patience as well, because obviously with the juniors, it's going to take a little more time for them to get technique right and stuff. But no, they were fantastic with the juniors. And not only hearing from but from what I heard in Kilkenny and Castlebar as well.
Mm-hmm. One more here, Jimmy. Kind of a end of the tournament. Proud moment for you guys. You guys did an amazing job of hosting the event. What are going to be some of your best takeaways from this 40th Irish Open?
Well, from a club point of view, Leo, we've had great racquetball committees over the years, to be quite honest with you. But this is the latest in our racquetball committee people, and some of us have been involved for quite a long time, and we've got some new people on the committee as well over the last couple of years, and everybody's putting in a shift, which is good. And the most important thing is everybody is interested in racquetball, interested in promoting racquetball, and interested in playing racquetball. So it looks good for the club. We were in the doldrums for a couple of years, but we're starting to get back. Yeah. And watch out.
Yeah, you guys have
Callaghan, watch out.
4 venues. You had sponsors. The executive committee is involved. Gosh, I think everybody in Adam Neary's family was involved in that tournament. 65 athletes, 6 countries, and then of course you flavor in the Team Dovetail experience. So kudos to you guys. Hats off. I know the show's not about me, but you guys know how much of a good time I had. I hope I wore it well.
Yeah. Leo, just want to say one thing there. We as a group, as a tournament, for the first time ever in this country, we had to close the entries 2 weeks before the tournament. Mm-hmm. We just couldn't handle any more people, to be quite honest with you. And in Ireland, a lot of people don't enter the tournament until the last day. Mm-hmm. Really, the Sunday deadline is when people enter. We closed the entry 2 weeks before it, so we could have had a lot more people in the tournament. We just couldn't cope with them. But that's a reflection of really, the excitement that was generated by Team Dovetail coming over. Mm-hmm. So hats off to the team. They've done a great job for us as well.
Also, this right here, Jimmy, you want to tell us a little bit about this photo?
Sure. That's a very good friend of mine, Jean-Pierre. He's an old French guy that it's his second or third time over, and he loves racquetball. He can't play that very well, but so what? He loves racquetball. He loves the sport. He loves the crack that goes with it. And any international player that attends our Irish Open, we just have it's a tradition that we get the Lord Mayor of the town just to present a scroll to say thank you very much for coming, and you have the freedom of the town for the day, type thing. Mm-hmm. So it's one of the traditions that we do, and it's just a bit of a, I won't say a laugh, but it's a nice little tradition that people sometimes get. Sometimes people like it, sometimes they get a laugh from it.
Oh, it's a very nice touch. And you're right. I could hear that guy all weekend. He was awesome. He was a great fan. He chattered, in between points, and he was a super nice guy, and I got to meet him. So, all right, before we let you 3 go, let's go ahead and see if we can get Mike connected.
Right. Hello, Mike.
Mike.
3 go. Hey, Mike.
There? Let's go ahead and see if we can she's got feedback. Can you turn your volume down on your other device?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're getting some feedback. Do you have another device playing? How's that?
The problem is I can't hear you guys.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Mike and I have been trying to work on it. I can't hear. I can hear you on my computer, but I can't hear you on my phone here.
Who's good at sign language in here?
Not me. Yeah.
Well, maybe he can hold it up and listen, or
yeah, I wish I knew it.
Let me see if I can send him a message.
Yeah, you should.
Can you?
Not too much feedback.
Let me see if I can send him a message.
Hey, Leo, I've left and come back on, turned it off, turned it on.
Can you hear me? Maybe you just turn it up while I ask you a question, and then you can turn it down when you talk. Can you hear me now?
I could hear you for a second.
Oh, you can hear me. Just kidding. Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you see the chat?
Try it again.
Can you hear me now?
Let's give it a try.
How about now?
Try it again. Can you hear me now?
There we go. So, Mike, since we're kind of limited on the audio, can you just tell us, everybody is told us about their experience in Ireland. Kind of tell us and summarize your experience now that we have Majella, Noel, and Jimmy here.
Yeah, I think we had a wonderful time over there. I can't emphasize enough, that they did a great job. The experience for everybody involved was wonderful. Probably pushed a little bit too much as far as back-to-back days. That was probably a little bit much. That's probably the only downside, was we really did hit it hard. And when you're traveling, you think it's an hour and a half travel or 2 hours, but by the time you get there, get set up and go, that was it. But our players performed great. The clubs were cool. They were well maintained. They were, they're older facilities, but well maintained. So I really enjoyed that. There's a lot of heart there. I've gotten asked the question, well, what does it do for us over here in the States? I think what it does for us is it rejuvenates me. It gets me fired back up to want to keep helping as much as I can. I obviously don't have all the answers, but all we can keep doing is throwing stuff at the wall. Hopefully something will stick, and we'll get this sport turned around. It's such a great pastime, but we just had a great time over there. I wish I could hear what you guys are saying, but I can't thank the board enough, Arklow enough. Really all the facilities that we went to was really a joy to see people interact. They really wanted to learn, and that was the greatest part of it. And we have a lot of video. We got a lot more stuff to share out there to keep this going. Definitely, I heard Jimmy, hey, I want to come back. Bring some different people, try some different things, and keep trying to grow the sport. I think that's where I'm at with it.
Thank you, Mike.
I'm going to listen a little bit.
Good. We'll hear some feedback. Majella, before we say goodbye to you, we'll just kind of let each one of you close it out. But any last words, Majella, that you'd like to say before you go?
No, I really am appreciative of the weekend and the week after, from everyone involved, from our side, from your side. Like, there was a lot of people involved. The Arklow Racquetball Committee, who ran a fantastic tournament, the RAI, the Racquetball Association of Ireland itself, and then even the week after, we had people like Johnny and Noel, Sean Ling, who helped run the provincial sectors of it, and Michael Kelly and Bannon as well. So I just want to thank all of those from our side and everyone else who made an effort. And then just a huge thank you to Team Mike, all the players, Cole, Andreas, Lalo, Maria, Renee. like we learned so much from them, and I think it was of great benefit to racquetball here in Ireland, and it really created a buzz and rejuvenated some of the players and the sport here. So we're just very grateful to everyone involved who made such a great effort to make this positive experience for us here. So just a big thank you. That's all I have to say. So thank you.
Thank you, Majella. Noel, any last words before we say goodbye?
How can I back that up? What else could I say? No, but as Majella said, just to thank Team Dovetail, thank the association for all their help and support for making this happen. It was a very positive experience, and hopefully we can get Team Dovetail back again for maybe next year's Irish Open. You never know.
That would be awesome. And Jimmy?
Again, just exactly what Majella was saying in all fairness, but just to thank Mike himself. Mike touched base a few times. I meant to talk to him more over the weekend. Didn't get a chance, unfortunately, but keep in touch, Mike, and let's see if we can come make some sort of arrangement going forward, because it's certainly very beneficial for Irish racquetball, and it would be beneficial for everybody. I'll be quite honest with you as time goes on.
Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. Hopefully we can get Mike
Thanks, Leo,
in here.
Hey,
yeah.
Mike. I can hear you guys.
Oh, great.
Sorry about that. Hey, I really do want to thank everybody involved. The Irish Association, ARCLO. This all started back in January, and it was a great experience. You were great to work with. The communication was great. The accessibility to talk to you and come up with ideas on how we can make this work. It was truly a great experience. You guys celebrated my wife's birthday over there. We had a great cake from Noel's wife, and then we followed that up with a little celebration for Andreas for being our team player of the year. It was the first time that we actually got to get together with him, so we celebrated that there in Fermoy, and that was a special time for me. It means a lot, and I know that Andreas really enjoyed that. He was surprised by that, and the cake was good. Just need a little bit more milk. I like my milk and cake.
Well, Mike, before we let you go, any last words? Thanks for getting in and getting past all the technical issues, but any last words that you'd like to leave Team Ireland with?
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a tournament next month. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, we definitely let's continue the dialogue. Definitely want to do something with the juniors and everything. The juniors is a big part of what we're trying to do over here. We're having our national event next week. Numbers aren't quite where we would like them. We've got I believe 106, 108, 110, something like that. We're really hoping to get up around 200 to 300. So we've got some work to do on our end. But you guys look like you're putting the work in on your end. And it was great seeing all the juniors that were there and how enthusiastic. They didn't care what type of racket that they had. They were just happy to swing a racket. Some of them didn't have the tethers on them, but hey man, they were there to play. And it's very inspiring. So that's what I get out of this is inspiration. How can we do more? It's not always about the money. How can we commit more of our time, of ourselves to do this? You guys are doing a great job over there. Keep it up. You're going to see the benefits. And I've got a standing offer for Jimmy O'Ryan. You are welcome to come to Florida. You can stay with me. We'll get you in some tournaments here. That kid can play. He is an athlete. And I hope he's watching. I hope he gets to see this. He was very, very impressive as an athlete, as a person. He came to Fermoy and he sat there and watched and listened. And he wants to learn. And that offer is good. If you want to come here, we'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. And yeah, that's, you know, I'm excited about it. I giggly about it. That's how much I enjoyed it. And the whole team really did. They really had a good time. And your country's beautiful. It is a beautiful country. Keep taking care of it.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Majella. Thank you, Noel. Thank you, Jimmy. I know it's night. What is it over there? Almost 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your evening. You know, we don't have to do another recap. We can just do this again and check in again and see where we're at. And, you know, we'll get Mike to beg a little bit more so we can come back and let's do it. I love the energy. Like Mike said, we have so much more content to share. You know, we got Micah Miller on our social media on TikTok, so you're going to see a lot more of the junior stuff. We're really going to try to ramp it up and change our strategy up a little bit from what Mike's telling me. So I'm super excited. But thank you guys again for everything working. It was great to see you all, and hopefully we'll do it again soon.
Hey, real quick, Leo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I don't remember all the names of all the people. That's not my strong suit. But, you know, there's a lot of guys behind the scene that really, really helped. Just a quick story. Our last day, we were scheduled to do 2 clinics, and really wasn't aware of it, kind of aware of it, not aware of it. But Mike came over and kind of pleaded with us to make sure that we put this second clinic on. And I'm so thankful that we did. And, you know, we took Andre and Cole over there to their club. We walk in there and there's nobody. And I was like, oh, really? And like clockwork, though, they were supposed to be there, I don't know, if it's 5:30 or so. All of a sudden, you know, 20 people come walking in, and then a few stragglers after that. But it was really a good time. We ended up breaking up to men and women. They had 18 in there, and Cole worked with them. That was a great one. I've got pictures. I've got some video of them too. I'm going to get them sent over to you guys so that you can pass them out to them so that they can see them. It was a great experience. I said no at first, didn't I, Majella?
You did, and you gave me a good fright when I knew we had 20 people coming, and a disappointed Mikey Kelly as well. So yeah, we're very grateful that you were able to take part in both of them. It was
it was tearing apart. I know that the guys were starting to get tired, and they weren't really expecting it. They wanted to play some doubles and put on a good show there, but at the end, it was so worth it. And you know, I really want to say thank you to him to coming over there and, you know, pleading his case a little bit and making it happen. And that it goes in to show the passion of it. And, you know, nobody behind the scenes except for Majella, myself, her dad, really knew what was going on. And it was good, though. It was good to work that out, and really appreciative of that. That, believe it or not, that's one of the memories that I'll remember. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah. Hopefully, for all the right reasons, Mike.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. It did. It worked out really, really well over there. And I think we got unfinished business. I think there's some more things that we can do. And
we might have lost him.
Uh-oh.
He started bouncing there in a minute, and I was like, oh, there he is. We'll see if Micah can get him back in for a second before we say goodbye. I one quick thing too, Majella. I just want to say I'm so glad I finally got to meet you and your dad. Got to spend a little extra time with him. He is a super amazing guy, and I'm so glad that I got to meet Susie.
Yeah. She's still going. Yeah, she's 18 years old, lad. So she's on death's door.
She's a beautiful girl. Yeah. So let's see, Mike. We can't see you, but maybe we could hear you. Can you hear us? we could just do audio, Mike, before we hang up. Nope. All right.
Leah, good to meet you. It was good to meet all the Dovetail team, and you're a large bubbly character yourself, and it's been good to meet you, and we'll see you again sometime, I'm sure.
Jimmy, I agree. Thank you. Let's see if Mike can come in here while we're saying our goodbyes. Thank you so much, Jimmy. It was everything that I wanted. It was my first time to ever leave the good old USA, and everyone that I told that to said no better country to visit. Even the mayor, when I got to meet the mayor, that's like, I have my certificate that's going to get framed. It just shows you those things right there may not mean much to other people, but it meant a lot to me. And it was so cool. And meeting all the people that you meet on Facebook that you probably think you're never going to get to meet. Mm-hmm. I had a banner in my closet for 3 years for Noel from the US Open. And I'm like, man, am I ever going to give it to this guy? Or, so that made it all the way to Ireland. So, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you to everybody that made my stay, amazing. I had so much fun. And, there's Mike. Mike, are you back?
I think I'm back.
All right, go ahead. We're just let you close it out and say goodbye again.
Al, hey, thank you again, everyone. Jimmy, Majella, Noel, your 2 kids, Noel. I like one better than the other. I think one.
Which one might that be?
We'll let people be in suspense. There he is.
There's our teammate.
Hello.
Hi, Connor.
Hi. One of our newest Team Dovetail members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's busy doing exams at the moment.
He's doing what?
He's doing exams. He's doing his junior cert.
Well, hopefully he'll pass those. No,
he should. He should anyway. Hopefully.
Alrighty. Well, hey, thank you guys. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties on my end. I got to take some of our funds and probably buy me a little camera and stuff for the computer. May not be able to sponsor somebody for the next couple of weeks, but that'll be okay. But nah, thank you again, guys. We'll definitely touch base. I do appreciate it. I can't say thank you enough. And let's keep the dialogue going.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thanks,
you.
Leo. Mike, you want to stay on for a second?
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
See.
Bye, Majella.
Bye,
Jimmy.
Leo.
Bye, Noel. Oh, wow. Thanks, Mike, for coming in. I know we had some issues, but I just wanted to give you a chance, too, because we talked so much about what we did, but I just wanted you to share your thoughts about the players. Andreas, Lalo, Maria Renee, and, who I think sometimes was trying to steal the show was Cole. But talk to us about the players really quick and what you thought about how they performed and what they did.
Well, I thought they were all troopers over there. I think that they played very well. They competed very hard. I think that I couldn't ask for a better job of the players that came over there. Cole Sendry did an amazing job with the juniors. You couldn't get the kid off the court.
Yeah.
And if the racquetball courts were full, he went onto the squash courts, and really worked hard with the kids. And I think that's where he shined the most. He was disappointed in his performance. Jimmy Ryan, took him out, and I think he caught him by surprise. But at the end of the day, Cole had a life lesson there, and I think they all did. I think they all appreciated what Ireland had to offer. The country again is beautiful. The courts aren't, jewels or diamonds or anything like that, but they are clean. The walls play true. They keep them up. Facilities are nice, and it shows what you can do with a couple of courts. And I really I really do think they're doing a good job over there.
Yeah. How satisfied were you with the overall experience in the trip?
I
mean,
I thought it was great. We tried to squeeze a lot in, and we'll definitely need, if we do it again, which I'm really hoping we do, we'll take a down day. We got in there on Friday morning, and we really didn't stop until we left. Wednesday night was our last night of racquetball, but we got up and we went to the cliffs of Moyer, and that kind of got rained out in the morning, and then we ended up going down, having some pub food and everything. The pub was cool. That's right.
Oh, we lost Mike. His audio was cutting out. Hopefully he can log in real quick and end with us real quick. But I hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you for spending your day with us. We hope we see you again very soon. You guys have an amazing day, everyone. Let's keep growing and promoting racquetball. And from everybody at Team Dovetail, thank you so much, Racquetball Ireland. Thank you, everybody. I know I can speak for everybody. We had an amazing experience, the time of my life, and then traveling with my teammates and us sharing all those thoughts and memories can never be replaced. So thank you, Mike Kinkin. I was not part of the equation. It was to take the athletes. So thank you, Mike Kinkin, for bringing me along. Thank you, Racquetball Ireland. And we'll see you soon. All right, everybody.